Let's be real for a second. Draft night is always an emotional roller coaster, right? You wait, you hope, you refresh Twitter every 2 seconds, and then, boom, the pick is in. And if you're a Chiefs fan like me, you were sitting on the edge of your seat as that 32nd overall pick approached. After all the mock drafts, trade rumors, and speculation, it finally happened. The Kansas City Chiefs made their move, and with it, brought home a new protector for Patrick Mahomes. Josh Simmons, offensive, tackle out of Ohio State. Now here's the deal. The Chiefs didn't just land Simmons out of nowhere. They worked the board, trading with the Philadelphia Eagles to secure that 32nd spot. It was a strategic move, one that shows just how much the front office believed in this guy. And let's be honest, when Brett Veach moves up, it means he sees something serious. The moment Simmons' name was called, you could feel it. That mix of excitement and curiosity. Chiefs Twitter lit up, fans started doing their own scouting in real time. And the media? Oh, they had a lot to say, mostly good. But the best part? Josh Simmons wasted no time addressing you. Yeah, you, the Chiefs Kingdom. He took to social media right after the pick and said, "What's up, Kansas City? Josh Simmons here, quarterback protector from Ohio State. I can't tell you how much of an amazing opportunity this is to play for the Kansas City Chiefs. It's so surreal to be called on day one. It's everybody's dream as a kid if you played football. So I just can't wait to get down to Kansas City and get to work. Chiefs Kingdom." Man, doesn't that just fire you up? You can hear it in his voice. This isn't just a step in his career, this is a dream come true. And if you've ever dreamed of putting on a Chiefs jersey, even just the fan version, you know exactly what that means. So, let's throw this to you. How did you feel when Simmons was drafted? Drop your thoughts in the comments and hit that like button if you felt that same rush of excitement. And hey, if you're new around here, consider subscribing and hitting that notification bell. We're on a mission to hit 4,000 subscribers, and your support means everything to us. You in? Let's keep rolling, because Josh Simmons' story is just getting started. Wait until you hear where this kid came from. All right, now that you know when Josh Simmons landed in Kansas City, let's talk about who he is. Because this isn't just some random name off the board. This guy's been building toward this moment for years. Josh Simmons is a product of the powerhouse that is Ohio State. And I mean, when you're talking offensive line talent, Ohio State doesn't mess around. The Buckeyes have a reputation for developing NFL-ready linemen, and Simmons fit that mold perfectly. Even before his name hit the national spotlight, scouts were watching him. He came in with potential and over time turned that into production. In 2023, during his redshirt junior season, Simmons really started to shine. He played in all 13 games that year, showing not just durability but a high football IQ and elite athleticism for his size. We're talking about a guy who stands at 6'5" and weighs over 300 pounds, yet moves with the kind of fluidity you normally see in tight ends. Coaches at Ohio State were already projecting him as a first-rounder by midseason. But then, the setback. Game 7. A torn patellar tendon, one of those injuries that can shift a player's whole career trajectory. And man, if you've ever followed a player who's gone through that kind of rehab, you know it's no joke. Months of physical and mental battles just to get back on your feet. Here's what makes Simmons special, though. Despite missing the rest of Ohio State's historic season, he still earned all Big Ten honorable mention. That tells you everything about how respected he was among coaches and media. It wasn't just about what he could have done, it was about what he had already proven. And when you watch his recovery, his pre-draft training, the way he stayed locked in through the process, it's clear this guy's built different. The injury didn't scare the Chiefs off. If anything, it made them trust his work ethic even more. So now I gotta ask you, did you already know about Josh Simmons before the draft? Or is he new to your radar now that he's wearing red and gold? Drop your answer in the comments. Let's see how many in the kingdom were already tracking his journey at Ohio State. And hey, if you're Loving this kind of deep dive? Now's a great time to subscribe. Every new sub gets us one step closer to our 4,000 subscriber goal, and I promise we're just getting warmed up. Up next, we're diving into why the Chiefs had to take this guy at 32. Stick with me. Okay, so here's the part where we dig into the why. Why did Brett Veach and the Kansas City Chiefs front office decide to spend their first-round pick on a guy coming off a serious injury? Let's break it down, because once you see the full picture, it makes total sense. First off, let's talk build. Josh Simmons is a monster in all the right ways. 6'5", over 300 pounds, and yet he moves with balance, quick feet, and solid technique. You don't find that combo every day. And if you're Brett Veach, protecting Patrick Mahomes is priority number 1, 2, and 3. You can't let your $500 million QB take unnecessary hits. Simmons fits the mold of a long-term solution at tackle, plain and simple. Now, some people raised eyebrows because of the injury, and yeah, it's fair to be cautious. But here's where the Chiefs staff deserves credit. They've been tracking Simmons since his sophomore year. They watched him develop, watched him recover, and saw something a lot of other teams were probably too scared to trust: resilience. When you're drafting for long-term upside, you don't just pick the healthiest guy. You pick the one who'll fight through anything to be great. Plus, let's look at the board. At pick 32, options. At offensive tackle, we're getting thin. The Chiefs had a few names left, sure, but none with Simmons' ceiling. Some analysts even projected he would have gone top 20 had he stayed healthy the whole season. That's value Veach couldn't pass up. And remember, this isn't new for Veach. The guy's been rebuilding the offensive line piece by piece since that Super Bowl loss to the Bucs, and he's nailed it more often than not. Creed Humphrey, Trey Smith, Jawan Taylor. Now Simmons joins that growing legacy. So I'll throw it to you. Do you think Brett Veach made the right move at 32? Hit the comments with a simple yes or no and tell us why. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. We're building something special here at Total Chiefs, and we want you on the team. All right, now that you know why he was picked, let's talk about what's next. Because Simmons isn't just here to take up space. He might be the future of this offensive line. Now that we've covered how Simmons made his way to the Chiefs, let's talk about what he brings to the table. What can we expect from this guy in Kansas City? And how does he fit into a team that's already a Super Bowl contender? First things first, Simmons is stepping into one of the most important roles on the team. We all know how essential the offensive line is to the success of an elite quarterback, and with Patrick Mahomes behind center, there's no room for error. Protecting Mahomes is going to be Simmons' primary job, and he's got the tools to do it. He's got the size, the strength, and the athleticism to take on the biggest and fastest defensive linemen in the league. But beyond just protecting the QB, he's got the versatility to help open up running lanes too, something Andy Reid loves in his linemen. So, what's the immediate expectation for Simmons? With his pedigree and talent, he's likely to compete for a starting spot right away. Now, I'm not saying he'll walk in and automatically be a starter from day one, but considering the way this coaching staff develops players, I'd be surprised if he didn't see significant time in training camp and the preseason. If he can stay healthy, there's a real chance he'll be a mainstay on the offensive line this season. Now, think about the bigger picture. The Chiefs' offensive line has been getting stronger year after year. From the rough patches of the 2020 season to the powerhouse it is today, this unit has come a long way. Simmons isn't just filling a hole. He's adding to a growing strength. If he develops into the player the Chiefs hope he will be, we could be looking at an offensive line that will dominate for years to come. So here's a fun question for you. Do you think Simmons will start in his rookie year? Or do you think he'll need a bit more time to adjust? Let us know what you think in the comments. And while you're at it, don't forget to subscribe and join the family. We're working our way to 4,000 subscribers, and your support helps us keep this channel going. The future is bright for Josh Simmons, and we're just scratching the surface of what he'll bring to the Chiefs. But what can we expect for 2025? Let's talk about that next. All right, Chiefs Kingdom, we've covered the big moves and the expectations, but now it's time to look ahead. The 2025 season is fast approaching, and Josh Simmons is about to start a whole new chapter in his career. So, what can we expect from him and from the team once the season kicks off? The first thing to keep an eye on is training camp. We all know this is where rookies like Simmons get their first real taste of the NFL grind. It's where he'll start building chemistry with the offensive line, working alongside veterans like Joe Thuney and Creed Humphrey, and learning the nuances of Andy Reid's complex offense. The Chiefs' coaching staff is known for developing players fast, and Simmons will be no exception. If he can impress during camp and in the preseason, there's no doubt he'll be in the mix for a starting job. One thing's for sure, Simmons is going to be under the microscope during the preseason games. Every snap will be an opportunity to prove he belongs on the starting roster, and I have a feeling he's going to rise to the occasion. Will he be a perfect fit right away? Probably not. There will be growing pains. But there's something to be said for a player with his talent, work ethic, and mentality. As the season progresses, he could become one of the most important pieces on the line, especially when it comes to protecting Mahomes, who always seems to find himself under heavy pressure. As for the locker room, the Chiefs are no strangers to welcoming new talent. The culture in Kansas City is something special, and Simmons will get the support he needs to develop. Mahomes, Andy Reid, and the rest of the team are known for making rookies feel right at home. Expect Simmons to embrace that environment and work tirelessly to contribute as soon as possible. And here's your chance to get involved. What are your expectations for Josh Simmons in his rookie season? Do you think he'll make an immediate impact? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. We love hearing from you. And of course, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and activate the bell so you never miss a breakdown of everything going on with the Chiefs. This is just the beginning of Simmons' journey with the Chiefs, and we're going to be right here, following every step of the way. So let's hit that 4,000 subscriber milestone together, Chiefs Kingdom. We're counting on you.